my headphones disconnected for a reason. Okay, so I think
the Aksel sensors, we bagged him enough.
We are being shouted down by the Finns.
That's a
I
handsome
think
boy.
I'm covering him, but
That's okay. That's okay.
Here he is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Ben.
Look at you singing.
I'm also ready.
Are we all ready?
Yes.
Hang on. I have my mouse cursor on Khan's face. It looks a bit weird. Good evening, Europe. We are the TheDouzePointe, the channel that awards you 12 points. I'm Rin, and tonight I'm joined by
Bogi from Romania.
Khan from Germany.
Yeah, and tonight we're going to talk to you a little bit about, we'll give you our thoughts on the exclusion of Ben Dolic from Germany, Aksel from Finland, and Damir from Croatia in Eurovision 2021. So,
Yeah.
who wants to start? Bogi, do you have some thoughts on Ben?
On Ben?
Yeah.
So I really love his song from this year.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Dolic was also one of my favorites to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I was pretty sad to hear him. Yeah.
That's very fun.
He's really handsome. I was pretty sad to find out on the 16th of November that he's not going to participate in next year edition. But actually, I'm happy for him because he announced that he did that because he grew as an artist. So he found a new path. So I just cannot wait to see what he's gonna bring to us.
Yeah, well, let's hope he does bring something. Khan, what about you? What do you think about Ben?
So I think Germany's selection, like Germany's Ben Dolic selection this year, based on more on the song than the artist, I would say, because like Germany wanted to bring something different and uplifting and energetic to Eurovision after lots of unsuccessful and disappointing results. And this song was actually what they exactly needed. Ben Dolic is a great artist and he's really talented. I think he finished second on The Voice Germany. And as a Slovenian artist, it's also a big accomplishment to represent like another country, which is like Germany, especially because they have some really talented artists. So I think the decision based on more on the song than the artist. So that's why we will.
Okay, so you guys are all pretty calm about this actually, because I'm like totally devastated. I mean, for me, it was the first time in a really long time that I was excited about a German entry. And I mean, that's not to say that all the entries have been crap. But as somebody who lives in Germany and has lived here for a long time, it's been quite a long time since I actually believed the song had potential to finish in the top 10 or even the top 5. It was a total bop. I loved the video was so cool. I mean, it's just kind of left me with this horrible feeling like, oh no, we're gonna send something crap again. And that makes me really sad and really worried because like for the first time ever, I'd considered actually supporting Germany at a Eurovision. I mean, that's a really big deal. That's like the first time it's ever happened. Like I didn't even support Lena at Eurovision, and you know how much I love Lena. So yeah, I am just really quite upset about it, and I really, really hope that Germany can find a singer and a song, because you're right, Violent Thing was such a cool song. I mean, I listen to it all the time, and I dance and I bop away and I sing, and I just really hope that we can find another singer and a song that can get people, excited about it, because right now, pretty much, unless it's something incredible, I'm just going to be horribly disappointed.
I must confess something. Germany is one of my favorite countries in Eurovision. And in the last 10 years, I had Germany as top 10 in like 5 years.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Last year the song was pretty cringy. The girls were so lovely and nice, and they could both really sing, but the whole song and the concept of sisters just didn't work. And it
Charles
wasn't
exited the
their
chat.
exact. It wasn't their fault. It was just, yeah, how it was. So I just hope that they have seen how well people responded to that, to the song, to Ben, to the whole package, and that they're going to do that again for 2021.
Also, the German package for this year was a recipe for success because Ben is not a well-known artist. And if you
Yeah.
notice, the last 10 years, well-known artists are kind of failing at doing good at Eurovision.
Okay, so unless someone had something to add to that, I think we should move on. Yes? Well, I think that we should move on and talk about Aksel.
Okay.
And I think I'm just going to go ahead and start and get this all off my chest while I can, because
Trust him.
yeah, I'm going to try my best to be nice, because I am neither sad or surprised, actually, by the fact that he will not be representing Finland in 2021. The song, although a pretty song, was about as boring a song as I have ever heard at Eurovision, or would have heard at Eurovision. The quality just was not there. It was a pretty song with absolutely nothing there to make anyone do anything other than fall asleep. And it wasn't just that. It was everything. It was the staging. It was his stage costume in the national final. I was like, dude, did you make an effort? And if you're going to send a Nordic ballad, you need to bring it like Ulrika. It has to be something that's special, because you're competing against the Balkan ballads. You're competing against all of these, Spain likes to, they weren't going to this year, but they like to also send a ballad every now and then. It has to be something powerful and special and something different if you're going to compete against these powerhouse ballad countries. It either has to be, yeah, as I said, like Ulrika, that was different, that was raw, that was beautiful, and the staging was sublime, or it has to be like Sana belting out Undo. It can't be this very vanilla, nothing special, nothing to look at, just nothing song. And I'm really sorry, Aksel, but that is my feeling, and I have to be true and honest about that. I was Team Erica, which is probably no surprise to anyone after hearing me talk like that. Was Erica's song, was Cicciolina a fantastic song? No. Was it a party, fantastic, good time, get everybody dancing, kind of that what the fuck moment? Yes. That song would never have won Eurovision, but I would have loved every second of that in the contest. Instead, Aksel would have been my toilet song. I'm sorry. That would have been when I'd left the room and gone to the bathroom. That is all I have to say.
Can we send Aksel some antidepressive pills after?
I really hope he doesn't watch this. I'm probably going to get killed by all the Finland fans, but it was a smart move. Like, he's not going to be in Eurovision 2021, and I think part of that is because everyone in Finland suddenly went, wow, no one likes this. Like, no one. We are not even going to make the final with this song, and they wouldn't have.
I was actually gonna say that. You say, like, Finland fans will kill you. Do we have any Finland fans? Like, I don't think so.
Well, I think even in the I was going to say publicums voting, even in the public voting, he came like second. So it wasn't like people hated him. I was really super surprised. Yeah.
I was talking about the international fans. Like,
Oh, yeah, international friends. No, I mean, he wouldn't have gotten out of the hate. There's no way in this earth. Whereas Erica would have been like total fan favorite, not because it's a great song, but because it's that cheeky, kitschy, in your face. The staging was simple but spectacular. I mean, girl can wear a bodysuit, and you know, and please correct my Albanian pronunciation. I'm just going to go with Evie. That's her first name. And her song, which is also really hard to pronounce, the Chair. Is that right? I'm going to say my number 3, and I'm sorry about my pronunciation, is Enchi Nasufi with her song. Um, you know the song I mean, right? Okay, guys. Damir Kedzo. Now, this was a song that I actually, when we did the Best of Balkan earlier on this year, I actually rated this song. I think this was my number 2 or number 3. I can't remember, but it was up there in my top. And I stand by that. And it's a Balkan ballad. And it's kind of nice until that key change. And at that key change, it goes from nice to and that I love it. And so I am sad. I'm sad that he is not going to be there in 2021. I think he would have been a pleasant addition. I would have liked to hear some more of those big keychains and like very dramatic kind of moments. And he's pleasant to look at, which is also never a bad thing. And that's all I have to say, actually. I mean, I'm sad about it. I'm not like destroyed like I am about Ben. And I don't think in this case, I don't think it's like with Finland where they were like, oh my God, we need a better option. I just simply think that they've gone, they're doing what Norway and Sweden are doing and just, opening it up and let's see.
I think this is the act that I'm most sorry about because, as you said, we had this chat with you on Instagram and I didn't include Croatia in my top 5 in Balkan region. But then after chatting with you, I took some listens and I actually started liking that song. And it was like constantly in my playlist and I was like listening to it from time to time also after a lot of time has passed, like after this chat. And that key changes everything and it brings this song to life. Damir is a really well-known artist in Croatia and I'm sad that they lost this chance. But they also have a lot of, they have a lot of artists and talents to offer us. So I'm sure they will bring someone as talented as Damir to Eurovision with Dora. They're holding this national final again. So let's see.
I am the most sorry about because I won't see his pretty face on the screen.
Yeah.
And also, at Eurovision, I did not like his song. It was just after the cancellation when I just started to listen to it, and now I am listening to it every day. And indeed, that keychain is like everything.
Yeah.
In fact, it's one of my favorite Balkan ballads of the all time.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It was definitely my favorite Balkan ballad that should have been this year. Definitely my favorite.
I want to add the fact that I really respect Croatia for like starting a tradition with this Dora they have.
Yeah.
Because they keep on going with this national selection in the last years. So I guess they just want to create a new tradition. Just like we have Melodifestivalen in Sweden and Melody Grand Prix in Norway. This can be the next one.
Could be. I mean, we're so nice to Damir after like totally ripping Aksel to pieces. It's not a disappointing feeling, but it's like, yeah, maybe we should have done them round the other way. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot more we can say other than the fact that, it is really sad. He is a really well-known artist in Croatia. So, I mean, he misses a little bit of the exposure that Eurovision would have given him. But we've all been so desperate for Eurovision music that the fans have been listening anyway. So he's had his exposure. He doesn't get the big party, the big fun. But I think for his career, I think he's already reached people that he otherwise wouldn't have, just by being in this mess of a Eurovision that 2020 was, or non-Eurovision. So yeah, I hope it's not the last time we see him. I hope that, maybe he's gonna give it a break for a year or something, and then maybe we'll see him back. We can cross our fingers.
I think he'll definitely
so.
come back. I think he'll definitely come back because, I think today or yesterday he revealed that he couldn't find the right song that he fully believes is the right song. So once he finds that song, I think he'll come back stronger.
Yeah, and I mean that's probably a very, very smart move because I mean we're all like so excited about that key change in his 2020 song. Unless he could come back in 2021 and do something even better, even like bigger, everyone's going to be like, no, it's not the same. It's not as good. So he's actually very, very smart saying, no, I can't find the right song because in say in 2 years or in 3 years, we're not forgotten, but our like the shine is going to have come off 2020 and we're going to, not compare them so like now my English is gone. We're not going to compare them so closely together like we would if he was coming back in 2021.
Yeah.
All right, team. So I think that probably wraps it all up from us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us this evening while we talk about Ben and Aksel and Damir and their non-participation in 2021. So thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And not only that, ring the bell so that you get the notifications when we have a new video.
Also our Instagram account.
Yes, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at TheDouzePointe. Because that's where we have daily news, articles, reviews, and live streams with a lot of the Eurovision and Jazz artists. So if you want to actually see us talk live to some of the big names, please follow us on Instagram for that as well. So thanks everyone again. Thanks for watching. And our 12 points goes to you.